Well, hello everybody, it's Jake here, and welcome to this episode of Exploring with Jake. Today, we are in a new location here at the Westland Veterans Memorial Gardens, which is located in Westland, Michigan, at the Westland Public Library, which you can see over there. 2013 is the year that they broke ground on this memorial garden. This is actually my very first time here shooting this video. So normally when I do a vlog, I usually, the last 3 or 4 vlogs that I have out now, I've been to those places before, and I kind of am familiar with the area. And I've been to the library plenty of times, obviously, but I've never made it back here to the memorial garden. So I figured for a video today, why not show you, or why don't we explore together? How does that sound? And there's a lot to explore. So let's get on with it. My dad had suggested, because he watches my videos, that I come here and do an actual video from this area. So, the Veterans Memorial Gardens broke away in 2013. That's when they first started with everything. And like I mentioned before, there are like marble benches that have names on them. So let's see what this one says. Gerald S. Hubbard Jr., Sergeant of the U.S. Army, 1969 to 1973. From Chris, his loving wife. And then what does this one say? Kenneth E. Mill, 1968 to 1969, American Division in Vietnam. And then Desert Storm, 1990 to 1991, Dwayne Walker, SSGT, U.S. Marines. Now, I don't know what that means, what those abbreviations are, the SSGT. If anyone is watching this and can tell me what the rankings are when it comes to like military and stuff, please let me know. I would be curious. So this is basically a memorial or a tribute to those who have not yet returned, who went to war and were captured, and whose bodies still have not been found, from the way that the sign up here is making it seem like. And then there's the POW MIA flag is up there, which talk about injustice. Talk about injustice. Vietnam Veterans Memorial, dedicated May 25th, 1987. Westland Vietnam Veterans Association. This is real. This isn't just like a, all these wars actually took place. And like I mentioned before, unfortunately, there's still wars happening. There may not be any wars against us, I guess, but it still doesn't make it any better. But this right here, the fact that these people have not yet returned, that's what this is a memorial for, and that's why it's closed off like it is. It's kind of like sacred ground, I guess. But Korean War, Vietnam War, 1959 to 1975. Now, I'm only 30. I don't know that much about, I know obviously about the Vietnam War, but I wasn't alive when that happened, and there's a lot of people who think and who believe that that war was unjust and it's something that we never should have been involved with. And me, I really don't have an opinion on that. My opinion is universal, and my opinion is I don't agree with war no matter what the circumstances are. I was against the war in Iraq. I'm against the war that's going on right now in the Ukraine and everything going on in Israel and Palestine. I don't like war. I don't agree with it, and I think war just makes things worse. But this video is not a political video, so that's all I'm going to mention as far as my own personal political beliefs go about the military and war and stuff in general. The American Revolutionary War from 1775 to 1783, and then the most recent Iraq War from 2003 to 2011. And that is a war, like I just mentioned, that I was alive for and was old enough and stuff to actually remember. And there still is conflict going on in the Middle East, even though we aren't necessarily in a, quote, war. There's still people stationed over there, and people still lose their lives. I can't really make out what this says either, but it says, enjoy this seal something with a good book. Enjoy this seat with a good book. In loving memory of John H. Freeborn. Veterans Memorial Garden of Westland, dedicated Veterans Day, November 11th, 2013. Like I mentioned before, 2013 is when this kind of broke ground. Now this is really cool. I believe this is a tribute to the Marines. I could be wrong. It says Marine, Marine, Navy, Air Force, Army. Okay, so that's what that is. The Marine Corps, and then it says, you have never lived until you have almost died, which I have never seen such a kind of an impactful statement before. I never heard such an impactful statement before. That is so very true. Not just for those who serve in the military, but law enforcement officers and firefighters and paramedics. You know, all those people who put their lives on the line to keep us all safe. I try to respect, things that deserve respect, and obviously this definitely deserves respect. The flag of the Marine Corps, mad respect to them. Shout out to the Marine Corps. Some of the most badass people out there, besides the Navy SEALs, of course. The Navy SEALs are a lot more badass than the Marines, but if you ask a Marine that or tell a Marine that, they would probably disagree with you. That's the Air Force, and then I don't know what flag. United States something. United States Coast Guard. So that's Coast Guard. Okay. So Air Force, my grandpa fought in. Coast Guard, Marines, and then Army. Okay. So all four or five branches of the military. And then you got the American flag.